But speaking of Ben Simmons, he didn't play at all this season, didn't even play in the postseason. Do you think Brooklyn, or what do you think Ben Simmons needs to do, or what do you think about the future of Ben Simmons? We'll just start with that.
Dude's got to get on the floor. That's what I think. I mean, both of these teams, I don't think there's a clear winner. You know, we look back to deadline and we're talking about, you know, I don't know who won this deal, who won, Philly or Brooklyn. Looking back, you can say both of these teams might have lost this deal. Ben Simmons, just JJ, to be honest, needs to play basketball, needs to get in a uniform and be able to make an impact. And we can see if he even fits with this roster. Is Kyrie coming back? We don't know. We don't even know who's going to be on this Brooklyn roster to start the season. Is Steve Nash going to be the coach? So a lot of question marks just throughout that organization there in Brooklyn. But for Ben Simmons' case, he's just got to be on the floor. Whatever mental lapse and hurdles he needs to overcome, dude just needs to play some basketball and figure it out from that standpoint.
Man, I mean, dude needs to play basketball. Jay, I'm gonna just copy you, bro. Dude needs to play some basketball because it's insane. I mean, I have been a advocate Ben Simmons hater for a long time. I don't know what type of point guard you are supposed to be in today's NBA matched up with Joel Embiid and not be able to shoot. You just double Joel Embiid every time. I've been hating Ben Simmons since he's got here. And what I think, honestly, I know this is going to sound crazy, and Ben Simmons is a good defensive player, and yes, he can be that great defender. But ultimately, unless you're running downhill, unless you're running a fast break, you're ultimately playing a 4-on-5 out there. Like if you're in a half court setting, right, and that's what the playoffs is. If you're in a half court setting, you're also playing a 4-on-5 out there with Ben Simmons because whoever is guarding him can. Really, you know, I think back to a couple of years ago when LeBron guarded Ben Simmons by literally just standing right in front of the restricted area as Ben Simmons was at the top of the key, ready to just wide open to shoot a three, and Ben Simmons just stood there, just looking for somebody. And I mean, if that's the type of person you have on your team, you're gonna be playing 4-on-5 every time you're in a half court set. What's the point of him being out there? So I know this may sound like a drag, but I will say this. I don't know if Ben Simmons is going to be in the league for much longer because check this out. Yes, he's a great defender. Yes, he does all that. But when you're in a half court setting, 4-on-5, does he even like basketball? Like, does he even want to do this for real? You know what I'm saying? Like, how many times have just problems after problems with this guy come up? Yes, he's going through something mental, and for anybody, you know, going through, you know, mental stuff, like I, you know, salute and praise to you, you know, get your help and get right. But, and I'm not you know, here to judge. You know, there's one that's going to come to judge us, but like all of this started because Philly asked him to shoot, and he started crying about it. You know what I'm saying, man? Like all the Philly fans asked him to be a better basketball player. He got criticism. Once you enter the NBA, you got millions of eyes on you. Why are you crying about criticism? Giannis couldn't shoot. They were counting. They were 1, 2, 3, 4 to Giannis. He didn't go cry and say, I'm going to go play in Sacramento or I'm going to go here. I'm going to go there. No, he got in the gym and got better. And that man, like, maybe I'm too much emotions, but Ben Simmons genuinely pisses me off. I want this dude out of the league, dog. I want this dude out of the league, but what will Brooklyn do? You know, they might give him a shot, you know, try to get his trade value up, but this dude is a wash for me, man. Unless he's on defense, he's useless in my opinion.
Well, oh, sorry. Were you going to say something else, or?
Well, I mean, I was going to say to that point, I think number one, he should be off ball, similar to, you know, I think of him as defensively, his ability to switch, you know, guard multiple guys. I think where he's best is on ball. I think if he works on his off ball defense, he can be an all around defender. But similar to Draymond Green, we saw in the Memphis series, the impact that he can have defensively while he wasn't there for the first 5 games. In game 6, when Draymond was at his best was when he was pushing the pace, number one, you know, getting a rebound, starting the transition that way, which we've seen Ben Simmons be extremely effective in before. But if, to John's point, to your point, if he's being at least looking at the rim and looking to attack when he has an opening, and creating that way when he has the ball, I think he can be extremely effective offensively. He doesn't even need to shoot. Maybe if he works on a floater, but we joke, as much as we joke around, he doesn't even need to knock down shots and shoot from the perimeter to be effective. If he's looking to be aggressive and finishing like Philly asked him to be, then Ben Simmons can be a force. I just need to add that little caveat to his comparison. I think similar to Draymond.
I love that comparison, Jay. I that's like literally what I would say Ben Simmons is like he's a Draymond Green. But the only thing I just want to add, and maybe if Ben Simmons is listening, JJ, I don't know if Ben Simmons listens to the pod, but if he does, man, Ben, you see how Draymond Green also can't shoot, but he at least keeps the defense guessing. He'll at least throw one up. I mean, you are an NBA player, my dog. Like, I don't care what you do. If you are going to be left wide open, like, you got to at least get him up there, because you got to keep the defense guessing. Like, if the defense knows, like, I don't even need to get out there because I know he's not going to shoot. Like, imagine how much easier that makes any defense. So I would love it if, even if, Draymond doesn't take that many shots, even if Ben Simmons could take as many shots as he did, I think that would be great for his offensive game. Because, yeah, I agree with you. He just needs to keep the defense guessing, man. That's it with Ben.
Yeah, I mean, especially in today's day where you have to be a good shooter, right? In order to be, and we all know, I think we all know that Ben Simmons is not a point guard, right? He's a number 3 or number 4. And if Brooklyn really wanted to do something, they could probably put him at a number 5, right? Where you have Durant the 4, you have Seth Curry at the 2, and then of course you have Kyrie at the 1. And then when Joe Harris comes back, he plays the 3. But speaking of Draymond Green, we all know he has a lot of confidence, but if Ben Simmons could get a little bit of that confidence, I mean, he could start keeping the defense guessing, that's for sure. And Brooklyn, I think, would finally be that threat they were expected to be when, Durant and Kyrie join forces. So we'll see what happens there.